On this episode, we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of 123 Tequila's Diablito Extra Añejo right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at doing a tasting review of another tequila from 123. It is their Diablito Extra Añejo. Looking forward to telling you guys about this. It has an interesting story. We'll give you all the details though in just a minute. Want to get you up to date with some announcements. If you missed the live stream for the happy hour with the Hombre last night, it was fantastic. You guys have to see it. Lots of great information was shared about Casa San Matias Distillery. You might know them from the San Matias Gran Reserva Extra Añejo, or the San Matias Tahona line, or even Raysol Extra Añejo. Well, they shared some great information and some backstories about the brands, how they came about, some information about production, and they shared their thoughts on additives. So if you missed that, make sure you click on this link right here. You can watch that episode. And then on Wednesday, this next week, we have Tony Saez from El Tequileño joining us for our happy hour with the Hombre segment, where he's going to talk about his experience with tequila, as well as talk about his brand El Tequileño and the great things that they're doing at his distillery. Make sure you mark your calendar for that this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the Tequila Hombre channel. All right, so enough with the announcements, though. Let's get into the backstory of 123's Diablito. All right, so how did Diablito come about? Well, it actually wasn't part of the original 123 line. What it basically was a private stash that the brand maker and owner, David Ravandi, kept at his house, where he would sip on it and he would enjoy it, where he basically would take Blanco and fill up a French oak barrel and age it at his house and to have something to sip on while he sat out and gazed upon his agave fields. Well, he shared it with friends when they would come, and they're like, you should really make this something that you release with your line. And he was like, and he said, no, you really should. So in 2014, he decided to do that. He decided to release his private reserve tequila as an addition to the organic 123 tequila line. And he called it Diablito. And the reason why he called it Diablito is because he believes the devil is in the details. So this is the little devil, and there's a lot of details about this. So let's not waste any more time. Let's talk a little bit about how this is made. All right, so with the devil being in the details, let's talk a little bit about the details for Diablito. Now, I'm not going to get into the production of the Blanco because I already did that in the Blanco video. So I'll put a link to that right up here where you guys can check that out and you can see how they make their Blanco tequila. So with this one, it's a little different than the aged expressions from Tequila 123 in that they used French oak. Now see, with David Ravandi, he was a co-founder of Casa Noble, and they age all of their stuff in French oak, so he knows French oak. And so when he picked the barrel for his own private reserve at his house to make his own stuff, he was aging it in French oak barrels. So what he does is he has a private or a cooper make his custom barrels for him. They're French oak. They're 64 gallons because French oak barrels are typically larger than American oak barrels anyways. American oak barrels, the whiskey barrels, are typically 53 gallons, where the French oak barrels are 64. So he had a medium toast put on this. Instead of charring the inside, they just toast the wood, and they do that because it draws out a lot of the great oils that you're looking for in the flavor profile, which gives it a nice woody nuttiness, as well as it draws out the beautiful sweetness that the French oak has, which I love a really good French oak tequila. I love a good French oak, as you guys know, with Raysol and Casa San Matias. So with this, he ages it for 3 years in these toasted French oak barrels. Now, the first year they released it in 2014, they released 1,000 bottles. And now every year after that, they released 2,500 bottles of it. So it is kind of a limited edition. And the retail price for this I found in the store was $139.99 a bottle. So let's not waste any more time though. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what we think. All right, going up top to our pour cam. As usual, I'm using my Denver and Lily agave glass. Love it. I'll put a link in the description for anybody that wants to know where to get it. I always get people to ask me, hey, where'd you get that glass? I'll put a link in the description. You can buy it from them directly. I don't get any money or any affiliate links or anything like that. I just love the glass. All right? And yes, it's worth it. All right. So we'll go ahead and pop open the little devil, the Diablito. We'll pour a little bit into the glass. Maybe a little more than a little bit. Because if it's French oak goodness, I want to drink it. All right, so there you go. You saw the pour. Let's go up top and take a look at what it looks like in the glass. All right, we're back and taking a look at this in the glass. It looks like it coats the glass beautifully. See all those legs just pouring all over the place. Look at that. Looks like a good ZZ Top music video. She got legs. She knows how to use them. And then look at the color of the tequila. Beautiful dark amber color to it. Looks great. Crystal clear. Looks delicious. So why don't we dive into this puppy and see what we get on the nose. Oh yeah. So on the nose, I'm getting beautiful cinnamon that's coming through. Definitely picking up some of that French oak beautifulness. Some fruitiness in here like plums. Hint of cherry coming through. And then picking up some nice butterscotch in there as well. With vanilla and some really light caramel. And hints of chocolate. This smells really good. It smells really, really good. It smells like a dessert in a glass. It smells wonderful. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Coats the mouth beautifully. Nice, creamy, oily, viscous mouthfeel coming from it. Starts off with the cinnamon. Heads into some nice French oak. There's some fruitiness in there. So I am picking up like plums, like rock fruit, plums, hint of cherry in there as well, like sweet cherry. Yeah, cinnamon. Nice fruitiness like plums with some sweet cherry mixed in there. Then hint of vanilla with some chocolate mixed in there. And caramel. And just a hint of butterscotch blended in there. And on the finish, a little bit of a nuttiness on the finish, which is nice. So the sweetness kind of fades away, and then you get this kind of really nice nuttiness that hangs on the tongue. Let me try that again. Yeah, cinnamon, plum, hint of cherry in there, like sweet cherry mixed in with it. Then vanilla, really nice oaky woodiness that comes through from the French oak. You definitely can tell the French oak is there. Vanilla, chocolate, caramel, and then it finishes with a nuttiness, kind of like roasted chestnuts. It's got that kind of a nutty finish to it that's really nice. So what do I think about this? Well, I think it's very enjoyable. Something I would definitely keep on my shelf. It's different than the flavor profile you get from Raysol. It's different than what you get from San Matias Gran Reserva, and it's beautiful. I really enjoy it. So how would I rate this? I would give this one 4 agave. I think it's something everybody should pick up and try. It's definitely really good. Beautiful for after dinner sipper. It's got a robust flavor profile to it, so it'll stand up to a cigar. So if you're a cigar smoker, you could really enjoy a really nice cigar. Even a Maduro would go really nice with this, or even a Connecticut Shade wrapper type cigar, a medium bodied cigar would go really nice with that. That's what I would probably smoke with this one, as more of a medium bodied cigar, but this would hold up to a nice Maduro. So it is a really nice tequila. I enjoy it. Something I'll definitely be keeping and sipping on my shelf, and I recommend you do so too. So if you've tried Diablito before, comment below and let me know if you detect the same kind of notes in your bottle that I did in mine. I'd love to hear what you think about that. If there's other extra añejos that you'd like for me to review that I don't already have listed on my channel, let me know. I do love a good extra añejo, and I would be more than happy to review it for you. And don't forget to give me a like for the information I shared, and more importantly, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell next to it, so you'll get notified when I post new reviews, as well as my live streams go live. You'll get notified about those as well, because there's lots of great information I'm getting from you guys directly from the sources, from the distilleries, and you just don't want to miss it. Okay, so there you go. Diablito from Tequila 123 for agave. I recommend it. It's a beautiful sipper. Goes great after dinner, or great with a cigar. I highly recommend it. So make sure you pick one up and check it out, and let me know what you think. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So grab some 123 Diablito. Salud.